Even if 5% of the population were to adopt one stray dog each, the problem will be solved.
Overpopulation of stray dogs is an important issue. It's a serious issue, but we cannot solve complex issues with knee-jerk reactions.
No matter which side of the issue you stand on, the views are strong when it comes to stray dogs. The latest protests come after the Supreme Court ordered governments and civic authorities to remove all stray dogs from the streets of Delhi NCR and confine them to shelter homes.
स्ट्रे डॉग को हटाना कोई अच्छा सोल्यूशन नहीं है। हाँ, लड़कियों तो मुझे पता है कि हाँ वो कभी कभार हमारे प्रोटेक्शन में भी हेल्प करते हैं, क्योंकि जब मैं रात को चलती हूँ तो कोई साथ में डॉग हो तो मेरे को ही प्रोटेक्टेड फील होता है।
Stray dogs should not be visible on the roads, just like any other developed country. You know, it looks bad. It's a big risk on the safety of people.
There is a lot of talk, but there is not enough action from the animal lovers.
I'm myself a pet owner. I love dogs. I feel these shelters should be medically well equipped, should be humane. I think they'll be well off in those shelters than being left on the road.
The Animal Husbandry Department of Delhi has 77 veterinary hospitals under it. The Delhi administration has not used a single one of those hospitals for carrying out sterilizations. Had they been using those hospitals for carrying out sterilizations from 2001 till 2025, we would hardly see 4 or 5 dogs in the streets today.
So, when it comes to cases related to stray dog bites and rabies, what do the numbers tell us? In 2023 alone, over 60,000 dog bite cases were reported in the capital. According to the WHO, India has the highest number of rabies deaths in the world, and estimated that 18,000 to 20,000 people died in 2022 due to rabies. It's a startling figure, exponentially higher than other estimates that put rabies deaths in 2 or 3 digit figures, depending on the source of data. Following the Supreme Court's decision, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi said it would take 6,000 dogs off the streets within the next 6 to 8 weeks. They've instructed NGOs running animal birth control shelters not to release any dogs back onto the streets. And they are working on a separate hotline for dog bite and rabies complaints.
Almost all the cities in this region don't have animal shelters presently, and more importantly, don't even have an accurate estimate of how many stray dogs there are in the NCR region. In the case of Gurgaon, the situation is rather similar to Delhi, except they have fewer sterilization centers and no shelters at all. In the case of Noida and Ghaziabad, the number of shelters and facilities for sterilization are even lower than Gurgaon and Delhi. So where will these dogs be kept if they are captured within these 8 weeks? Who will feed these dogs? How will sterilization of these dogs be carried out while they're kept in shelters to ensure that they don't breed while they're kept in captivity? These are questions that not just we, but even authorities don't really have answers to presently.
Here's another set of numbers that tell their own story too. Even a conservative estimate suggests that it requires a recurring cost of 250 crore rupees per month to shelter 10 lakh dogs. Not to mention the lack of land, a clear plan, or trained manpower to manage such facilities. The Supreme Court's order has drawn strong criticism from animal welfare activists and legal experts who call it unscientific and inhumane. They argue that the directive demonstrates a misunderstanding of the issue, law, and science, especially when the government hasn't effectively implemented birth control programs in the first place. The success of a properly implemented animal birth control program is the reason why Jaipur today has reduced the dog population by nearly half, with almost 0 human rabies deaths. This is an evocative and emotive issue. The fear of strays is as real as the concern of those who want to see them protected. The challenge is to find a way that works for both.